Just realized that my microphone was on for like the past few minutes. Let us begin us. Let's go. Let's. Right, I need to catch up on a little bit of stuff. Let's see. Also, Who Lonely? Hello. How's it going? Post, how's it going? Roger, how are you going? I'm going pretty good. And who? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm eating good, you know. I'm smelling good. If you're into, you know, body odor and stuff. Because I'm a game dev, obviously I don't shower. You know what I mean? Well, actually, no, I'm a game dev and streamer. So, like, I actively cover myself in filth. You know what I mean? I have, like, negative hygiene. Recently bought a toothbrush? Yeah, that sucks, man.
I'm not motivated by money, I'm motivated by goals that are easy to achieve with money. Yeah, absolutely. True. But I'm not motivated by, like, pure money enough in order for me to, like...
Sorry, I'm doing, like, tech support for the first, like, 30 minutes. I'm showing 50% more. Exactly. Which 50%? Dunno. I'm shaving left half of the, yeah, just this side. The side you can't see. Hey, those little bits that you get on the sides of your nails. Right, let's start by checking the Epic Game Store. Sorry, this is a bit loud. There we go. Wait, is that up full or is it no 69%?
Where do you get assets on the marketplace? I've read a lot. I think you'd be surprised. But I'll check it whenever I open the Discord. That's the thing I love that so unrelated to a candy store every hour.
Alright, how many more? Oh, there's so many things to look through. Shit. Here's going to, yeah, it'd probably be the top 50, yeah.
I know, sorry to let you down.
Yep. Right, let's go marketplace. We go to showcase. Prismatiscape interaction plugin. Wow. Let's go to 3 of 6 questions.
All this noise with like the shadows, and I'm wondering if it's just unavoidable because of the hair card or something. Big selling point for Unreal's Fortnite is made for it. Oh, you like to cheer on people, too many naysayers, holding people back. The Pygmalion effect is real. Let's believe him.
Alrighty, let's answer questions. So, there it is. Question number 1. Requires free vertex channels? Question mark. If my material's already using all the vertex channels, blah, 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 blah. No. Or any of the Prismatiscape pivot painting stuff we use. Not really. Foliage related. Pivot painting stuff we use UV. We use additional UV channels to store the pivot data. If your foliage is already root to tip gradient painted, then what's it called? It's already root to tip gradient paint. Also, I can probably just put this on here, can't I? Then that doesn't need to change. For the only other time we use vertex color is to exclude/include extra puddles and on flat, well, on large surfaces. Egg, if you wanted to only have puddles on the edge of your road, but less in the middle. Post the answer. Make the call. All right. Support for Ultra Dynamic Skies Wind. Can you use the wind from UDS to have it work in combination with your wind system? Great question. There are 2 ways you could go about integrating this with UDS. The first would be to simply layer the local wind sim brackets Prismatiscape with the UDS over the top of. Over the top of the global win UDS. The second, the first, but more expensive way. The second and cheaper alternative would be to sort of deconstruct UDS's what's it called? UDS's wind function and plug the sort of input slash intensity of that. Oh, where'd my little dude go? Intensity. There you go. Of that into the Prismatiscape WPO stuff. Kind of. There's a few examples of this approach in the demo level. Happy to send you a zip. Right, last one, I think. I want to know if I can use your interactive plugin with my plants use instance foliage actor. So when my character whatever plants, there'll be interactions with the plant. Yes. Absolutely. This is exactly what this plugin is intended for. The interactions require no additional logic. On the foliage slash mesh slash instances slash actors, the materials simply react passively to the simulations. This means it also works with landscape grass. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah. 5.2 update? Sorry, 5.2 update? Shut up. Alright. Elisane, hello. How are you doing? I'm doing good. And you are the best. Davey, hello. Would it be possible, is it possible to paint the landscape material on your player character and play like when rolling in mud, it paints the mud material to your character? So that kind of thing you would have to do. I've thought about nice ways to do it. If you wanted just like a general, you've just got like a general dirt mask, dirt noise on the character, and you want to just, when they roll in the mud, you just increase that. That would be the easiest way. If your character like face planted and you only wanted it on the front of the character, that can be a lot more difficult. But the way I do it, if you just want it to be like a kind of general, dirtiness thing, I would make a... You can make a child class of physical material. So, you know, like the physical material that you put on the... what's it called? That you put on materials or meshes or actors or whatever. Any kind of collision object. You can assign it a physical material. You can make a child of that class and add extra data to it. So what I would do is add a couple of variables, one of them being a dirt color, like a dirtiness color, and then a, I don't know, dirt intensity or something. Or you could even do it as, dirt color, dirt intensity. So then when your character falls over in sand, you add dirt intensity, but you also shift the current dirt color on the material towards the sand color, you know, as you keep rolling around in sand. And then as you roll around in dirt, you do it the other way. So you increase the dirtiness, but you also shift the color from the sand dirtiness color to the dirt dirtiness color. That would be like the simplest and most kind of expansive way of doing it. If you had like, you know, you've got like red sand and you've got yellow sand and you've got like really dark mud and all that kind of stuff. The other option would be to, for every single direction of the character, create a mask. So like a maybe 6-way mask or something. Or maybe even just 4-way. Although you might want a top and a bottom as well. But, yeah, you do that, and then you'd have to keep track of, like, you know, dirt amount, sand amount, water amount, like, just all this stuff. It would get a bit out of hand. So it really depends on the complexity of it. But no, you can't just, like, paint the entire material on the character. If that's... Yeah. But you can use the landscape physical material in that location to determine what color or what amount of dirt to add to the character material. But you'd have to build that logic yourself. And you'd have to have a function in the character material that could handle all of the inputs and whatnot. Mert, hello. I have a question about importing stuff from Blender to Unreal. If I have a bunch of separate objects in Blender, I want to export them to Unreal. How do I keep the relative positions they had in Blender, but give them meaningful pivot point sockets? So, like, as an example, you've got a weapon, and that weapon is made up of 3, you know, it's like a spear shaft, and then a spear head, and a spear butt. And they're in specific points or something. But you want to... Do you want to export them at the attachment points? Or do you want to export them... So do you want to export it so that the head of the spear goes down to the origin, and then you kind of attach it in engine? Or do you want the spear blade to be floating above the origin point, if you know what I mean? Just to look like a weapon when I import it, basically, without having to move them to the correct places. Yeah. You'll need to... Right. When you've got them in position in Blender, select it, and I think it's like Control A or maybe Shift A or something. And you'll get a little menu saying apply, and then just apply their location or apply transforms. And that will essentially just say, hey, wherever this object is, its origin should be like at 0, 0 without like moving it or anything. So, and you can do that to like so you could select all of your weapon stuff and then Control A and then apply the locations and rotations and stuff. Doesn't it? It will shift their pivot points to the origin of the world. Are they static meshes? I get what you mean. Like yeah, you want to export it with a... Yeah. I guess you can't do one without the other. Because the origin is the pivot point, you know? When I want to use custom primitive data, the UV scale, tiling, and offset doesn't work at all. Yeah, I can't think of why that would be. The only thing I can think of is that the custom primitive data is vertex, like calculated at the vertex stage. So, yeah. And I'm guessing the UVs and stuff are all done at the pixel stage, obviously, but you might have to run it through a vertex interpolator node. So if you get your custom primitive data node and then do vertex interpolator and then use it in the stuff, then it might start working. Maybe. Or maybe I'm thinking that the other way around. I don't know. An issue where the plugin seems to write incorrectly to the RVT is when there's more than one local player, such as testing multiplayer on one computer. Also, issue also goes into one standalone client, no multiplayer. This is a known issue, known slash non-fixable issue. I might add a fix to not spawn the manager on any local client. But the first one, the issue is that when you're running multiple game instances from the one engine instance, they will be sharing all the loaded assets, including the render targets. So it will get pretty wacky. There's an option in project settings to run separate engine instances, but it will be pretty memory intensive. Haha. It is UV scale tiling and offset and optimize. I don't use BBR data material instance. It should be doable with custom data. Is this per instance custom primitive data? So like you've got an instant static mesh and you want each individual one to have like a different texture tiling and stuff? Because I think you need to add a like a default. You need to actually add custom primitive data like slots to that instance. Yeah. Let me open up the engine real quick. I'll try and give it a geese. Also, sorry for the boring start to the stream. I'm just getting caught up on stuff. We use none of the mesh attacks differently. Meshes trample to the ground. There are interaction problems as well. Does that happen on... Hey, Samuel. As for the leaves detaching from the stems, this is likely due to the way the thing works somehow. Yeah. Let me when I get in the engine, I'll give it a geese. Assets, vertex painted by default. If you look in the you'll need to exclude some of the logic from the stem, which you could also do with a switch in the material. Interacting using bend functionality leaves keep the position while the rest of the foliage interacts like it should. That also sounds like... Maybe... hold on. It's probably the, my guess is that nanite... or materials that are using nanite are all combined, and therefore their pivot / object position is messed up to be the center of the group of meshes, not the individual ones. Does this happen if the foliage are separate static meshes as opposed to instanced / foliage meshes? Question mark. There we go. Component disappears after editor restarts. Ah. I had to move the entire load order forward by one step because there were really weird conflicts with Niagara in general, where Niagara would fail to load. For the meantime, I'd suggest declaring the component in a BP child of the character. Alright, we're gonna get to work soon. I promise. Just give me a second. So much this bloody marketplace showcase thing, and like, you know, people are just like buying my plugin and stuff, and it's like, ugh. Like, bruh. Stop giving me money, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Nice. That's a spicy meatball. UE Marketplace from wait, what? Oh, yesterday, right. Wait, that's yesterday. No, day before yesterday. Okay. I can frick with that. Nice little... And then yesterday... What's that? Hold on. Let me model my income real quick. If it was 43 2 days ago, 36 yesterday, and then if it just keeps going down at that rate, what would the total be? Total units. Because then I know how many frickin' help requests to expect. Fuck. $86 plus 30 plus 24 plus 18 plus 12 plus 6 equals 169. Nice. What's the markup from... .5-ish, I don't know, fucking whatever. Cool. Bro made an overly complicated paint in Unreal to make money. I mean, literally. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hey, it seems like the landscape is drawing a really low LOD to the RVT. You know, when you first load the project or the level and the terrain looks like Minecraft. The only other thing I can think is happening is the RVT resolution is too small and therefore pixelated. Does pixelated have two L's? No. Yeah. Well, yeah. Do I have enough stock to meet demand? Just. Having difficulty getting this working on non-character objects, made a new project, follow static guide, not trying to put performance on physics, enable static meshes, for example, a cube is to define for blah, 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 blah. Secondary question, put other than capsule like a cube, if so, how? Hey there. I'm working on changing the socket / character logic to manually, well, to have the option to manually compute the socket velocities rather than rely on the phys s. As for drawing cubes, I actually do have a potential possible solution in the works, which will be in update 1.03. Essentially, the idea is to be able to draw textures as well as capsules You could then use a square texture, etc. Cool. But we shall see. Galvanic, hello. Think you're getting the plugin for a VR game. Will it cost you much performance? Still on the edge? No. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Although I know VR can be a bit hectic, but I can, on my computer, so I have a 2080 Super, so kind of old graphics card, and a Ryzen 9, like 3900, so like an old 12 core. But when I'm drawing like about 2,500 interaction shapes per frame with an input resolution of 64, which the update that I'm working on right now is to make it scale better on the GPU side of things, so that the effective input resolution will be 64 pixels, like in 64 pixel clusters. But I get 120 FPS, like locked 120 FPS. So it depends on the complexity of like what you're doing, if that makes sense. Or like, not really the complexity, like the shader complexity, it's literally just reading from a texture, so it's not a big deal. But I mean like the amount of stuff that you're drawing to interact with. So if it's just like, the character and maybe the hands of the character and like some objects that you're throwing around, then yeah, it'll be absolutely fine. Probably. But yeah, I'm pretty sure... trying to think, can you do refunds on the Epic Store? Probably not, because you've already downloaded the thing, but... I can send you the latest version, if you'd like, just in a zip folder. So then if you decide, hey, it works, then you can get it on Marketplace to get the future updates and whatnot. But yeah, just send me a DIM. Send me a D to the M, and I'll hook you up. All right, let me just see. Oh, sorry, I was the custom data stuff, right? Is that what I was doing in Engine? Sorry, I'm all over the fucking place. You know what? I'll be right back. I need to wee. Oh, and then we will do work. Then we'll actually get stuff done. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let me just warm up my hands real quick. It's a bit chilly in here. Je suis. Woo. I'm a cold boy. Alright. So. What were we... Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. Something, how to save my wife. All right. So, hash grid. Hashing and gridding. Hitting the griddy. So we decided that it was going to be setting variables by thing. Setting attributes by index. Or potentially, here's the other option, right? And I'm not sure if this works or not, but can you do a... Can you do... Let me go somewhere fucking... I don't know. Here. Whatever. Nope, no grid. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, Gavanik. That sounds good. Thumbs up. Go for it. I'll try and remember to check after the stream. So this is for each of this. So can I do an array of 4s? Vector 4 array, but per particle. Per stack context. So will that make a new one? Unsupported type vector 4 attribute emitter. Emitter input grid vector for array for custom iterations. Source grid 2D example. Okay, well, what if you were a... So can we not do... Well, what if that was particle? Is that allowed? Or does it have to be at the emitter? Interesting. I wonder if this will work, though. I mean, if I did, like, I don't know, this. That can get index, so I just said do that. I mean, it's going to say, hey, we don't... Yeah, okay. From any module. Stack do not persist from frame to frame or between stages. Example, emitter to particle, spawn to update. They take on the namespace more relevant to where they are used. Yeah. So why can that not stack context? I guess because it can't have a default variable. Because it's an object type. Does that mean that I'd have to... I mean, I could do it. I could create them. Because essentially for each pixel... So we're gonna... It's so fucking confusing, but... Yeah, actually, you know what? I can test this properly. Yeah, Bardo, how's it going? How goes it? Let's just try this with the interaction bubbles first. Which means we're gonna need a... Ooh. No, I could do them in the same grid. Yeah, yeah. Alright, we're gonna start, like, fricking this up, you know? We're gonna start fricking it. Let me just get my render Taj. Actually, let me just put me over here. Alright, stuff is gonna get very messy. Trying to make Skyrim-like inventory. Ooh. It's spicy. I am just doing Prismatiscape stuff. As usual. Just figured I'd work on it a bit because it was in the Epic Marketplace Showcase section. And I figured, you know what? People are buying the plugin, may as well give them a bit of a something to look forward to. Have you released a game yet? No, I have not. I have not. I'll probably only ever release one game. But, you know, my main role is as an educator and as a thinking person. Someone that solves stupid problems that that like a very select few people care about. Like this kind of thing, you know? All right, let's first see if... I can make a user... No, it's not a user parameter. It's a... Because that gets set thingo. But I want to just make a new particle attribute. Possess an attribute which is written in a particle stage and be read in particle stages. Yeah. Well, does it need to be... No, I kind of want it to just be in stat context. But I don't think that would work. I think I'd need to have... Yeah. Let's just do a Vec4 array. This is called deform capsule hash grid. Deform capsule hash layers. I don't know, hash browns. Draw the bubbles, blah, 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 blah. Let's get the dudes, and instead of drawing it to... Oh, wait, that does that, and then we... Oh, no, because that will be persistent then. Yeah. Well, no. We need an extra stage in here called... I don't know, oh, well, fucking, what's it called? Simulation. What's the... No, Scratchpad. This would be called... It'd be called... Bleh, you know? Like, unpack? No, because it has to go to a full grid, which means that we need... Or we could just do that in the stages themselves. Although, no, then we'd have to unpack all of them for everything that needed to use it. So, yeah, no, this would be actually a different thing. Also, what's this? What are you? And what are you? That is a nothing. Cool. What are you doing? Scratch module 01. Grid size, world space. Wind, pixel, water. Wind, pixel landscape. Right, wind, pixel. What the fuck was this for again? Yeah, you can piss off. Can I, like, find refs? Nope. Let me just compile, and then if I delete this, nothing changed. Very good. All right. So data cache stage. So yeah, we would need a final thing called the final input grid, which would just do one big pass by getting the input grid, sorry, the hash grid, and then for each pixel, it would look up from the hash grid, blah, 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 read it out from the dude. God, I wonder if this will be more computationally expenny. I guess there's only one way to find out, innit? Bloody well freaking innit? Oops. What's the stage, new stage called? Oh, it's down here. No, it's not there. What? Where? What the? Add a new module to this. No, that's to there. What's the... Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I haven't... It's up here. Add stage. Haha. Generic simulation stage. The binding is... This is final input pass. Or final input grid. Pass, yeah. Iteration source. Data interface. Data interface. Final input grid. So we can yeet this up to here. Up to here. Oh. There you go. And then up to here. And then up to here. So I'm going to rename this to the hash input hash grid stage. Yeah. Okay. draw the dudes, blah, blah, blah. So for now, let's just get from that array. So we'll get vec for array. This is going to be the bubble hash grid layers. What did I even call it? I don't fucking know. Who cares? This is just going to be namespace particles. Well, I can set it manually. That's fine. So then we can set array element, which is going to be because it would be index would be the tile number, right? So we just do this, and then just, I don't know, fucking yeet you into there, whatever. And then what's skip set? When enabled, will not set the array value. When enabled, will not set the array value. Right, right. Oh, okay. Well, I always want to be setting them. So, you know. Why bother hashing? So that's a fair question. At the moment, if I spawn, like, you know, 200 or 300 character components on the character, then you can see that, like, you know, it doesn't run terribly. Obviously, it could run a lot better. Stat unit. Well, it is running terribly. Stat FPS. So we're getting like 40 FPS with 2,500 shapes being drawn per frame. But keep in mind, this is at the highest input calculation resolution, or at a high input resolution. As soon as I... So like the gist of it, imagine I've got like a 1000 by 1000 input resolution. If I want to draw a foot down here. Also, why is my mouse like... My left click keeps like unleft clicking and then clicking back on again. Does that happen to anyone else? Is it my sensor? I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, if I want to draw this foot, we have to iterate over the entire, like, every single pixel. All 1 million plus pixels. Just to figure out, we're drawing this shape here. And then, obviously, if I do that, you know, 2,500 times, then it's like... $2.6 billion, like, pixel operations, you know? Which is a fair bit. So if we got that 1024 and broke it into, I don't know, even something as small as, like, 24 by 24 chunks, right? Well, let's just say 64. 64 by 64 pixels. And we were doing, like, hashing and stuff. Then we'd only have to iterate over. And I'd probably do it really lazily. Just so we don't have to, like, calculate a bunch of dumb shit. But, we can just be like, oh, yeah, you know... We've registered this shape to the location that it's in and surrounding surrounding ones, whatever. So now we only have to draw this shape in these little sections. So it scales like way, way, way better. So if I went to the manager, sorry, if I went to the Pris manager, Prismatiscape, this one, and I turn the input resolution down from 512 to 64, then, well, I'm locked at 60 FPS, but usually this would be at like 120. So now drawing 2.5 thousand shapes, you know, we're like locked in at 120 FPS. Now, obviously, the hash grid might add some extra overhead, but it just means that it scales way, way better. So I might make it like optional, depending on, you know, the game, I guess. So yeah, that's the gist of it. But for now, I just want to see if it actually works and what the cost in Niagara is for using arrays, basically. Although, I mean, it's like a fixed array length. So the memory allocation isn't moving and shit. So it should be fine. I think I just need to set the length first. I think I need to initialize and be like, hey, emitter stage, emitter spawn. The hash. To form capsules, hash layers. Also, this is the bubble. Oh, good, Gavanik. Have a good one. Oh no, that would be on particle spawn. Set array max elements. When greater than 0, set to maximum number of elements the array can hold, only relevant when using operations that modify the array size. GPU sync mode. How do we want to synchronize modifications to the array data? None. Anyway, I'll just see if this works first. I don't actually need to do that. We can just say... Doesn't make a lot more sense for hashing it, but we'll probably go to that as an optional part. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the main thing is that we could then have an input resolution of a really high resolution, like, you know, effective resolution. So then we could even do things like, instead of just drawing kind of rough capsules, like we do here. Oh, sorry, like we do here. I'm still drawing the, you know, this kind of thing. We could actually draw textures, like high-fidelity textures. So you could have, like, footprint or, like, shoe print textures. Or, like, you know, you could do, like, impact splatters that aren't just like circles and that kind of thing. or even like tire marks, potentially, if we could get the resolution high enough. So you could have like tire marks that, you know, do their thing. Yo, Adam, how's it going? Also, I saw that you messaged me on Discord. I haven't read yet. I've been a bit biz, but I ended up editing the first video. Which I put out... Oh god, it's Thursday already. What the fuck? Sounds a lot more interesting now? Yeah, see, someone sees what's going on. I'm pretty sure that's how they'd have to do it in Red Dead Redemption. Because they do, like, continuous drawing in their kind of render target deform system, like for their mud and their, you know, stuff. But, who knows? Maybe Prismatica. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Oh god, it's so cold. I am a frozen boy. I am like the hit movie Frozen. I am frozen. We're gonna show this for the titty game? Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. How'd you go with the audio pathfinding stuff for that project? Is there any design that makes sense? Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. So final input grid pass. What's its well, I'd have to set the resolution here. That would be duplicate. Grid 2D set resolution. Add grid 2D set resolution. Set resolution. Bam. This will be set. No, frick. Set. Let me rename. Set. Set input. Set final. Final input. Final input. Set final input resolution, blah, 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 blah. Render target doesn't need one. This will be final input grid. Number of cells is 512, 512 for now. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Sometimes it's good to just stew on it. That's kind of why I'm doing this Prismatiscape update, because I'm just like still processing Prismatica stuff about like data fragment or like logic fragments. Like object based or data asset based, or I don't know, it's scary shit. Or like instance object within data asset based stuff. Real fricked up. Yeah, yeah. Give me a. Let me. All right. Let's see. Open in browser. So this is the expected result. But then this is so texture 2D vector function 1 minus. So 1 minus this. Red. Subtract the 1 minus of the alpha. Multiply it by color. And then add this brown something to it, which is the alpha. Subtract the alpha. Yeah. So then... Because, yeah, we can see the previews here. So this should... maybe it's something to do with negative values. Maybe you need to clamp both of these before putting it into here, into the adder, because maybe it's adding a negative value. Scott, hello. Just purchased plugin. What video ago the plugin in engine like finding the files? If you want to find the files, actually I should have put that in the thing. Go to all, like your root folder, but then I think you have to do. Here we go. In settings, click that and go show plugin content. So if that isn't there, you won't see the plugin folder. Or if you like searched for, you know, Prismatiscape anywhere, Prismatiscape manager, and that was turned off, it wouldn't come up in the thinger. So yeah, you just got to make sure that tick box is ticked, and then you'll be able to see all of the like the demo level and all that. That's actually good. That's a good point. I'll put that in the description of the main video. All good, all good, all good. Where the negative value be coming from? Probably one of the subtract nodes. You know how you're subtracting something from the other thing? Maybe the alpha? Like when you're subtracting the alpha from the thingamajig. Usually what you'll do is multiply something by the alpha to get the... What's it called? If you want to mask something with the alpha, then you multiply it by the alpha. But then if you wanted to get the inverse of that, you'd 1 minus the alpha and then multiply by the 1 minus of the alpha, rather than doing subtractions. What do you call it when we, like, unpack the hash grid? Unhash? Rasterize? Unpack? Unpack. Hash. Unpack. Bubbles. Hash grid. I don't even know if I'll need to do it with the bubbles, but... You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it with the deform. Unpack deform hash grid. I mean, I should do it with the bubbles, because... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, the bubbles are kind of easier to do at the moment. Unpack bubble hash grid. Alright, this needs an input called grid. Grid 2D collection. This is the bubble... Oh no, this is the input hash grid. Yeah. Then this will, for each pixel, we need to get... Oh wait, fuck. How do we... Huh. Because if I get the... Because that's in particle space. Oh, fuggles. Yeah, hold on. No, we do have to store it in the grid itself, don't we? So we might have to do the old set value, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, actually that. We'll find out. Hold on. It's fine. Could we... No, because the particles don't carry over. Unless I did it in the... Unless I did it at the end of this stage and unpack it by setting it on the final grid. Oh good. Yeah, it should... It should, I presume it's a clamping issue. How much time do I need to learn all the fundamentals for UE5? If you are a programmer, if like you're already a programmer, and do you know C++? Or like any or like C#, I guess, kind of. It's not super similar, but it's, you know. Yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, 3 months. 3 months maybe, if you're already familiar with C++. To be like comfortable. I mean, I didn't have any game dev background or programming knowledge before I started, and I was like pretty comfortable after 3, 4, 5 months starting from nothing. So I guess someone with that's done like computer science would be able to pick it up quicker. Although it depends on how much time you have to dive into it, you know. What learning path do you recommend? I just learned from YouTube. But that's because I'm very much like a self-learner. But there are some pretty good like Udemy courses, or there's like some official Unreal Engine, you know, like getting used to Unreal Engine type things. There's a few like specific ones, like learning Unreal Engine as like a Unity developer, you know, coming to Unreal Engine and that kind of thing, or like learning Unreal Engine with a with previous coding knowledge and that kind of thing. Because like obviously if you already know the language, you don't need to learn all the fundamentals. You only need to know where Unreal Engine takes care of, you know, memory allocation and garbage collection and all of the boring shit. maybe I do want to do this up here, because then I can say, if this was the final boy, whatever, can I set values? Set? Yeah, sexy. Alright. No. Experimental, use with care. Oh, fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. So if I then said for each particle, or each grid space, get our current bubble array. Bubble, what's it called? Vec4. Vector4 array and get from index 0 for this one. Do that. Set it here. Bam, bam. Attribute is input pixel, probably. Shit. Index would be get. No, I'd have to input our current grid. Because then we'd need execution to grid index, blah, blah, blah. Just copy it over to this one. So this is just a very simple version, just to see if I can get from the array properly. Chuck it in there. Good to go. So then that will then put that in this grid. The final input grid. Which is just one big boy. Then add deform input to deform sim. If I just said input grid is now... It's called interaction bubbles input. In... Bam, bam, bam. And then if I just said the input grid is the final input grid, and we apply and compile, and hopefully nothing crashes. Cool. We do this. We... Okay, hold on. I need to fucking... Need to not spawn 200 of these on start. Okay, so we're not getting any bubble action. That's fine. That was to be expected. Can learn from Blender specializing in field like the programming principles, the boring stuff, and blueprint. Well, yeah, you pick it up very quick then. As long as you just keep at it, you know? This is just to start a project and research what you're trying to create, then learn from there. Yeah, that's how I prefer to learn, by like doing, and like, you know, there's no point learning everything and then starting a game. You should start the game and then learn things as you need them. Otherwise, you won't retain any of that. And you'll just be learning things that aren't actually relevant to what you're doing. Did you notice a large increase of people trying to learn Unreal Engine or game dev in general recently? Yes. I think after the whole Unity thing, there's been a few, like, surges. There was the Unreal 5 announcement. Way back in the day, you know. So when Unreal 5 was announced, and they were like, oh, Nanite and Lumen and woohoo, blah, blah, blah. And they had, like, that demo and shit. And then at the end of the live stream, they were like, it's available now, you know? It's available now and for free. And, you know, only when you earn $1 million do you start paying royalties and all that kind of stuff. There was, like, a big influx of people then. And then I think after Unity pulled a bit of a PR stunt, a lot of people started to, like, move around, like, to Godot and Unreal and whatnot. And then I guess the surge before Unreal 5 would have just been when COVID started. That's when I joined. That's when I started game dev. Because, like, you know, there was, like, COVID, and then no one had work, and everyone's kind of starting to realize that work sucks. That they just want to make fucking games, you know? Interaction bubbles input. Interaction bubbles input. Wait. Yeah, input grid. Sample from the input grid. And then you do your thing. Cool. And then that gets to the interaction bubbles. And you are final input grid. I mean, if I just said set the value as, like, I don't know, fucking red. Just get red. Get red, idiot. Then does everything turn red? No. No. Why this? Show me the rendertage. Show me the boobles. Huh. Have I forgotten to... Ah! I forgot to fucking do the most important thing. Jesus Christ. This is the bubble hash thing. Oh my god, fuck's sake. Parameters. Hash. Hash browns. The hash grid is the input. The input grid. This one is the final input grid. Okay, so now this should actually do some shit. So do this. We should get some red. Yep, everything is red. Fantastic. Yep, that's quite red. Wow. Interesting. So now if we just go into here, we unpack it by yeeting this into there. So we've stored something in this array. And then... da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So why are we not getting from the array? Oh, because... no, that's right. Vector4 array is the interaction blah, 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 blah. Draw interaction bubbles. Interaction bubble hash layers. This is getting drawn at 0. So we're obviously not getting it properly. Or setting it properly. The other thing we could try and do is to set by value. So we could just say get grid 2, oh sorry, set by index. Set value at index. And then go execution. It's a grid index. Bam, bam. I kind of don't like that though. I don't know. And this is like an old version, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe you can't do an array per particle. No, you should be able to. I know, let's just try this and see how it goes. So if we just say at attribute index, let's just like put it up to like 1 or something. Oh, actually no, let's just start at 0. Now the annoying thing about doing it this way is that we would have to set RGB and A, you know, as 0, 1, 2, and 3. They wouldn't be in collections, but fucking YOLO, whatever. Let's just interaction bubbles input and just just break and just get the red. Just chuck that in there. So then if we get value by index, oh sorry, get attribute by, get value by attribute index from here, from our hash grid, get value. Get value at index. There we go. So the index would be the execution index. Ah, fuck you. Execution. No, that's set value. I want to get. Get value. Get previous value at index. That's it. That's that. That's that. Index 0. This one, you can be set in here. So we're just gonna say value make. Oh, fuck off. Give me a make 4. Thank you. We'll just put the red in the red, I guess. So if this works, then good for me. Okay. Well. Why? 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 0, 0, 0, 0. Index there. Let's just try this real quick. If we did number 1 to be the G channel. Oh my god, my mouse. Oh, I know, it's get previous value. That would be the cached version. Oh, actually, okay, well then maybe I do want to pull it from the other one. Oh god, there's going to be a lot of math involved. Holy shit, my bowels. So do we want to do it per... I guess the other one would have to pull from different indices all the time, whereas this one would iterate through, loop through, and draw to the things, which I think I prefer. Let's see what's going wrong here. If I just said, frick you, and just did that here. And we said, you are this. Index, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Oh, did I actually set that grid collection? Fuck. Hello? Oh, right, you don't have a dude. Needs a dude. Gotta put the dude in the thing. So that's the setter, that's the getter. This now, yeah, fix that, whatever. The grid 2D collection is the input hash grid. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Because, yeah, we want to say for the one that we're doing, set the values, and then pee your pants. Alright, let's see if this works. Well, I mean... technically... But then what? Wait, what's... Shouldn't that have a thing as well? Or is it just that this one's getting drawn last? So why would it be doing this? It's like it isn't... Set value at index. At specific index. This is at the end, before we do this. Get the local interaction bubble input. Do this. Is there something over here that I fucked up? No, this should work, because that should be getting just done at the end. What if I just set the values as static values? So this should just be yellow now. For each pixel. Excuse me? I just put a 1 in there. So then this should be like blue, which yeah, adds velocity, but we still get this weird stuff. Why is it that these are... Because, like, the last thing I want to do is to have to, like, manually set up the hash grid. Because then it's, like, hard-coded, and I can't change the size of the tiles and shit. I definitely want to be doing it as, like, layers. So, like, have a tiny grid, but it has layers that represent the spatialness, you know? And then unpack that into a big boy. Let me just open up again. But I just need a way to be able to dab on the haters, you know? Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. So why would this be happening? Well, like, why does it look like that specifically? Like, what's going wrong? Hello? Draw interaction bubbles, blah, 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 blah. Interaction bubbles input, blah, blah, blah. Local, blah, 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 blah. Then get it after the map 4. To then map set this. Maybe I'll chuck these at the end? Because it's set value at position at index layer. Unless there's like a max attribute. I mean, no, that shouldn't matter. Fuck, that's... come on, engine. Don't freeze on me now. Yeah, you're fine. Good on you. Good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. Why does it do that? So I'm literally just saying... Unless it doesn't care about the index? Execution index to grid index for the input grid, which is this. Yeah. Okay, that's weird, because I literally set that to 0. So this is from... Then we unpack it. We're getting it from... the hash grid, which is the input grid, which is this one, yeah. We're doing... yeah, okay, so it's get previous value. Right, I'm just actually fucking dumb. Can I just get current? Copy previous to current for cell, get float. Get previous value, get vector. Attribute index. I just want to get value at index, not get previous. Unless I separated it into another stage. Or if I just do it down here, because then that would be getting this one. So if we just said, instead of doing that there, we put this down here. This is then iterating over the final input grid, which is the... this should be that. But then we're getting the previous values from the hash grid and setting them on this bad boy, which could just be set as like a map set. Fuck off. As a map set. Rather than setting it on the other one. So we could just pull the data, reconstruct it in here. Blah, 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 blah. So this would then be bubbles. Sorry, interaction bubbles input. I can't fucking rename that. Oh, no, I can. There you go. This is going to be stack contextio. So this should actually pull it from here now. Because it's not cached values. Well, because the values would have been cached, right? What the fuck? Come on. Come on. You can fucking... What the fuck, brother? Interaction bubbles. Set values 0. Mm-hmm. And we're setting interaction bubbles input. If I just do zeros here. Then, okay, now it's just blue. But it's doing that for every pixel, kind of. No, what does this even mean? Well, like, no, because if I said... If I did this, we should get white. Well, let's just do that. So we should get yellow now. If I'm just, like, explicitly saying, hey, this is that. This is yellow. Right? No weird shit. Yep. As soon as we get previous value at index, things just start to get kind of fucked up. Because it's obviously not getting it at index. You know what I mean? It's just getting it at, like, the first index. Like, if I said index X, index Y, 0, 0, 0, 0, then it would be just black. So we'd get nothing. Yeah, so now, wait. Yeah. Wait. Eh? What the fuck? What the fuck is this even, like, doing? Bruh. Huh? This shit's stupid. Why does this not work? Please. Can I sample previous value? Sample previous gridded index, but that would be at unit X, unit Y. This is index, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I do need to, like, set an index. So this should be getting it at previous stage. Final input grid, input grid. Because this one isn't being executed, this one here. It's this one. Well, actually, hold on. This is the final input grid. So this is the one that's being executed, but we want to pull the data from this one. Then why does it do this? It's like some weird, fucked up shit. What if I... It's like it's just returning the index. not the actual value that was stored there. Like, if I got this and divided it by a number, like 100, then we'd probably see, like, a gradient, you know? I have a feeling this is, like, returning it multiplied by the index or some shit. That's fucked up. Well, no, is it even returning anything, though? Or is it literally just returning the index? Do you know what I mean? Because if I got this... Wait, hold... Oh, fuck my life. What even determines the... This shit's like actually whack as fuck. Maybe I do just want to use an array. But if I was using an array, we'd have to push the data rather than pull it. You going to use physics animation and hit reaction on the legs or just upper body, like falling over you killing? So the hit reactions, like so in my project, a hit reaction, physical hit reaction, doesn't unlock the pelvis of the character. The pelvis stays locked, so that, you know, they just kind of flop around a bit, but you still have full control of them. But if you know, took out the leg of a character or knocked them down, then they would, like, fully ragdoll. So they'd become fully simulated. And... yeah. So I differentiate between a hit reaction and ragdolling.